Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Galbiati. Today I'm going to be doing a video for you guys on things you need to think about before you move into an apartment building. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with as many people as you know. And if you guys want to leave me a comment, leave me some feedback, tell me what you think about this video. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. For most of my life, I have lived in an apartment building. Overall, generally, like growing up, I've always lived in apartments, and that has kind of been just normal to me. I haven't ever really missed living in a house that much because that just wasn't in my childhood. We always lived in an apartment, and that really just was a home for me. So it was always really nice living in an apartment. We never lived in really scary apartments or anything like that, but it just wasn't the typical, growing up thinking like that you're missing a home if you're living in an apartment, because my home was an apartment. So I really typically choose apartments over houses, but there are some things that you need to know before choosing an apartment. So when you walk out into your hallway, you are going to be hit with a billion different scents, and I'm talking everything from someone making curry and rice, to there's a Vietnamese family making Vietnamese food, to the little old granny that smokes like a chain smoker. And you're going to be smelling all these smells, and they're just going to be lingering in the hallway. Usually there should be some sort of vents that provide fresh air, but if you live in an older apartment building, they may not have the vents running all the time, or perhaps they will be really stuffed up with just dust. Gross, I know. But you are going to be smelling these yummy smells, except they're not yummy because they're all just mingled in together and they are disgusting. So basically, whenever you bring a guest over, or if you're leaving into your hallway, you're going to be smelling a billion different smells all at once, and they ain't pretty. Living in an apartment building, you always have that sense of security that, your neighbors are just right beside you on either side, or they're below you, or they're above you. You're pretty much faced with people like around you, or, you feel safety because there's always someone that's going to be right next to you. But that can also be a problem because apartment buildings, even the really well-built ones, they are basically suite to suite. So if you are really loud, or there's someone who lives beside you that's really, like, they fight a lot, they have their TV on really loud, their kids are crazy and they're screaming, yelling all the time, or any kind of inappropriate things that might go on in the next suite, pretty much, if it's really loud, you are going to be hearing it. And even if it isn't really loud, you may be hearing it because the apartment walls are so close to each other that you're bound to hear your neighbor eventually. And sometimes it's things you really just don't want to hear. Yeah. You are going to have neighbors that you really get along with, and you can just say hi and bye, and it'll be really friendly, but it will be really quick, and just kind of keep it on that acquaintance level. Or there's going to be also, you're going to get your neighbors that are really going to want to pursue a type of friendship or relationship with you, even when you have no desire to pursue any kind of relationship other than just a hi-bye neighbor. And I'm going to tell you, one time in one apartment that I lived in, there was this little old lady, and you know what, she's super sweet, and it was nice to say hi and bye to her, but she would just continue to talk and talk and talk and talk about her like 10 cats that she had in her apartment suite. And she even invited myself and my daughter, when I only had my older daughter, and she invited us into her cat apartment, basically, is what it was. And it was really scary. And I have a cat. I love cats, but this was just not normal, and I did not feel comfortable going in her suite. And this is when neighbors in apartments sometimes cross the boundaries because they feel like, oh, you're just living right beside me, literally, like you're like on the next side of this wall. But that doesn't mean that you want to necessarily pursue some sort of relationship / friendship with them. And sometimes being able to just close the door and say like, yeah, I would really like to talk, but I gotta go. It's just not as easy as it should be. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Thanks so much for watching.